It was only around 2 to 3 weeks ago that my city lived in harmony. The streets were busy, everyone was going to work, businesses were vibrant, and the kids and teens were all going to school doing homework every single day. And then, everything changed when the coronavirus attacked. Wednesday, the NBA was shut down. Thursday, Broadway and other kinds of entertainment. Friday, it was the schools and a bunch of shops and businesses. And now by Sunday, basically 100% of the workforce. But now that that's happened, most of us have been trapped at home for the last couple of days. The great news is you hopefully have a lot more free time now, but the so-so news is you might find yourself in a case of a chain of boredom. And you might be wondering, well, what do we want to do today? What is the best thing that we should be doing to occupy our time now that we're trapped in quarantine inside? Hey guys, how's everyone doing from all over the world today? I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy wherever you currently are, because obviously this is not a very easy time for a lot of people. It hasn't been an easy time for me, and I know so many people that have been going through difficult moments today. But I think no matter where you are today, I'd like to make a little bit more of a casual video after making several other more serious videos where I talked about the coronavirus and what it's been like and going around in the world right now, from what it's like in New York to Asia and all the different ways that things have been impacted. If you're new here, I'm so happy. Welcome here. Definitely check out those videos if you have any interest in the coronavirus. And if you're someone who's been around, thank you guys so much. I'm always so happy to always hear and have you guys around with me today. So I'm currently quarantined in New York City. I've been self-quarantined for maybe about a week now, but I haven't really spent too much time because I've actually been out of work for about 2 weeks now. So I've basically been resting at home, not really doing too much. I think it's probably been about a week now since I've really been outside. So I've been self-quarantined. If you're also quarantined, welcome to the club, because we're in this together along with the millions and millions of people that are also in this situation from all around the world. I know certainly for me, being in New York City, so many different people have been impacted by this current situation. Anyway, so today I want to make a little bit more of a casual video and try to talk about 5 ways or 5 things that you should and can do if you're someone who's currently quarantined or in self-isolation or just simply resting, or even if you're just curious or even just bored in general. I think I want to list about maybe 5 ways to really be able to spend your time right now. And believe me, I believe that all of these things will be very productive ways to spend your time that actually can potentially help you to get forward in life. Hopefully when you are no longer quarantined out into the real world. They're not gonna, I'm not gonna just list things like watch Netflix, play video games, although that might be part of it. But I think these are things that are generally typically actually very productive ways to really be able to spend your time and try to live a relatively healthy lifestyle if you're feeling trapped or simply bored at this time, or just simply looking for something to do to just pass the time until we're able to no longer have to be quarantined and self-isolated and can go out there into the real world free, breathing fresh air. Hopefully the world recovers sometime soon, but who knows when it's going to recover. So if you're new here, smash that like button right now, give this a subscription, hit the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications, because I think that hopefully there's a video in the future that can hopefully appeal to something that I hope you guys would probably likely enjoy or be able to kind of find some insight into. So definitely, and maybe to get the ball and conversation rolling, maybe comment down below right now wherever you are, maybe where you're currently located. Are you guys currently self-quarantined? And maybe how's everything going down there? How you guys are coping with being quarantined? Or maybe if you're not quarantined, just maybe are you still in school? Are you still working? And basically just or really just comment anything in general. I always like to have a conversation. So anyway, with that being said, let's get the video rolling today. So I think the first way to really spend your time if you're currently quarantined, honestly, is to just do a lot of home exercises and to make sure that you're able to keep in shape. Obviously, it can be very difficult to stay in shape when you don't have access to the gym, especially if you're not even able to go out to run. But I know many places they at least let you to kind of take jogs outside. But if anything, there's so many fitness videos I know on YouTube, where we all currently are at right now in this YouTube family space, that can probably give you guys some exercises. There's like yoga, even if it's just a couple stretches. I'm personally not a massive fitness guru, so I won't talk too much about this, but there's so much content about that out there to really be able to, maybe even if it's just to do like jumping jacks, home exercises, stretches, basically just learn like different ways of keeping in shape when you don't have a lot of space to be able to work with, but hopefully at least have a floor or even just a wall or even just objects around you that maybe you can use to kind of lift and basically just to stay in shape. Oh, okay. Now, the second way to really occupy your time is that if you're currently free and quarantined, is to basically consider taking an online class or just basically learning a skill set. Now, I know obviously if you're in school, there's probably many schools that are already transitioning into online classes. So definitely, just keep up with that and doing that. But even if you're not doing online classes and say you're an adult, or even if you are actually taking an online class of some kind, there are so many different other like hobby-based online classes, courses that you can enroll in all over the internet. At the very least, even if it's just using YouTube to be able to learn some kind of skill set of some kind to really be able to improve your life. A lot of folks, for example, might have bucket lists during the year, but maybe normally during the school year, or just simply year in general, you're maybe too busy to do them, and now that you're at home, hopefully you have a lot more free time. So if you've always had something that you've wanted to do on your bucket list, this is the time to do it. Chase it right now. Take advantage of this. I do actually interestingly have another video I remember I made a little bit of a while back about how to find your passion and how to find your career path if you are someone that's simply bored at home and maybe you just don't have a particular passion, hobby of some kind, or you're just still trying to figure out. Definitely check out that video because I do think that it'll give you guys some insight about how to find your passion and what you can possibly do during this time, and this would be the perfect time to try to learn how to discover it. And adding on to improving yourself and learning all sorts of different skills, I think the third way you should really be able to take advantage of this time while you're in quarantine is to learn about finance. And it's more of a specific skill set, but I think it's one of the most important skill sets that I think every single person has to know, and especially during this time period because you can see so many different people that are out of work, out of jobs, low on money, tight budgets, all sorts of different things. And a fun fact is, I remember reading some kind of statistic, I believe, where they said like more than half of the people in America do not even have $1,000 saved up. And it's crazy because I believe they just signed like a stimulus package of some kind, so thankfully, where they're going to potentially give every single person $1,200 if you are someone that lives in the United States. The problem I think is that there's a lot of people to this day that even if we gave you the money, they don't fully really know how to physically spend it. And I think at the end of the day, it is one of the most important skills that everyone should learn, because no matter who you are, even if you're someone that says like, oh, you're in school, you're not, you don't find money as important, at the end of the day, the thing is money is not everything, but it's a lot of things. And I think so many of the things that you're going to be doing in life going forward will involve money. This is one of the best skills and most important skills that I think every single person should master, because at the end of the day, while money is not everything, and I really do believe that everyone has to try to find a level of happiness from inside, even if it's very difficult to do so, I do believe at the end of the day, money is a very important factor. The laptop or cell phone that you're using to watch this video on, all of the entertainment, tickets, clothes, goods, material possessions, even your education, college, being able to put bread, food on the table, everything at the end of the day relies on money. And if you're someone who's relatively young, this is the perfect time to get your finances in order. This is the perfect time. If you don't have a lot of money, this is the perfect time to try to learn how to build up your finances or learn different side hustles to work on that. And if you're someone who already has money, this is the perfect time to be able to learn how to spend it, especially if you're in America, again, because I believe they're sending a check of about $1,200, and if you know how to spend that $1,200 or maybe even use that $1,200 to turn into even more money, it can be truly life-changing in so many different ways. Really random, but I've been thinking about trying to make a video of some kind about maybe just like an intro to investing or intro to finance video of some kind. I might even make a video about like how to turn $1,000 into even more money, or what's the best way to spend $1,000. So if that's like a video of interest, definitely comment down below and let me know. And also another reason that you guys should subscribe and hit the bell notification button so if that thing does come out, you guys can get notified and hopefully gain a lot of insight through that experience. Okay. And I think the fourth most productive way to spend your time right now, if you're currently in quarantine or just self-isolation of some kind in your own bedroom, is really just to decorate your room and to reorganize and just to clean up your space, especially because with spring, as we transition into spring, because spring obviously has already happened, but as we transition into it and as we transition into summer, I think this is probably one of the most perfect times, because I think sometimes we end up really, really busy during the regular school year or during our regular life. So now that we're able to sort of take a step back and maybe spend a little bit more time at home, it might be the perfect moment to really be able to just to just reorganize and decorate your room, maybe just to basically give something fresh to look at, especially if you're not going through a very easy time right now, like I know so many people in America are going through, including myself in a way. I think this is the perfect time. So maybe when the corona situation cures itself and we can go back to our daily life, maybe you can use this as a way to kind of move on, so you can create a new space, a new place for you to kind of spend your time at home, because at the end of the day, I mean, if this is the place that you're gonna live, I think a lot of it matters, how you keep yourself organized, how clean your place is. It kind of just, it's both like a mental thing and also an emotional thing and also a practical thing, because you're able to find things easier, basically just to get organized, clean up your space, especially with corona and all that kind of stuff going on. You probably should already be cleaning up your space, but definitely right now is the perfect time to take care of that. Okay, and I think the fifth and the final thing before we make this video too long, that I think if you're currently in self-isolation or quarantine that you should do, is honestly just entertainment. And maybe you can even just throw in there like family time, basically, if you're quarantined with your family. And I think because at the end of the day, I feel like there's probably some people that are always so concerned with being productive every single day that they don't know when they can just step back and relax. And there's probably some people on the opposite end right now. There's probably some people that have already been currently spending their time in quarantine just watching Netflix, chilling, socializing, playing video games all day and all sorts of things, which is very, very good. But then maybe you also need to balance and do more productive activities. I think the goal is basically to take advantage of this time that you're self-quarantined and really balance it 50-50 between doing very, very productive things to kind of get yourself ahead from when you're out into the real world, but also to be able to actually take some time to really, really be able to enjoy yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you're always stressing out and working so hard, what is a life to that? You know what I mean? I think at the end of the day, it's so crucial, especially because as we know now from the corona situation and how fast everything has been moving, life really is a very, very short. It's very, very, very short. Because at the end of the day, you can always get back like money, all sorts of different things. But the one thing I think that is the most valuable thing every single person will own is basically time. So it's probably best that while you guys are here and hopefully have a lot of that time, to really be able to maximize it and be super productive, but also to be able to binge on entertainment and all sorts of different things, because very, very likely, you might have that video game that's on the side that you've always wanted to play, or that Netflix TV show or movie of some kind that you've always wanted to kind of indulge in or something like that. This is the time to enjoy. This is the time to be productive. It's the time to, be able to work on yourself so you can, as I just mentioned, like stay in shape, improve yourself, learn a skill set, get your finances in order and organize. So I think sometimes this actually could be a potential gift for a lot of people to finally have that time to be able to kick back, lay back, and relax a little bit. Especially, I think it's especially needed during times like this because of so many of the crazy different things from like the coronavirus, health, all sorts of different things that have been going on, the Australia fire, news, everything. I feel like everything's just been exploding and all over the news. This is the perfect time, I think, that if you're currently stressed or overwhelmed with a lot of stuff that's been going out there, to not only maybe have a change of pace, to of course be productive, but also to basically just relax. and to really be able to enjoy your time. And it could potentially be a luxury and a gift, and that really could be the potential silver lining. I know there's so many people outside that might find it hard because everything's already closed. Kind of like what I mentioned in one of my previous videos about ways, I think it was like 32 ways that the coronavirus has impacted everyone around. Definitely check that video out. I'll link it in the thumbnail, or at the very end when you guys watch all the way through to the very end, like the thumb screen, or just simply in the comments or description below. But anyway, so basically I think this is the perfect time to really be able to just relax and keep yourself, occupied, and really be able to enjoy, when it's difficult to enjoy. Sure, I know movie theaters are closed. Obviously, again, movie theaters are closed, bars, many restaurants, bowling alleys, entertainment, even the gyms, all sorts of different shops, stores, everything's been basically shut down more or less, and people have been isolated. But at the end of the day, the beautiful thing about this time period that we live at is the internet, is YouTube, is technology, all of the cool things that we can now do in our own house. That's what's, I think, really beautiful about this time period of if there's any time to be self-isolating inside. If you're relatively introverted, this is probably the easiest time for you. But if you're relatively extroverted, hopefully this gives you some ideas about things to be able to occupy your time and really do. Okay guys, so hopefully that helps and give you guys 5 ideas, or simply 5 things that you guys can, should, and hopefully will do while you guys are being quarantined, or during this time period when everything's basically closed all around the world. Hopefully this gives you guys some ideas about ways to be both productive, but as we mentioned, also to have a little bit of fun and to really be able to enjoy your time. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you were able to make it all the way through, you guys are always the best, awesome people for being able to stick around and have that attention span, even though I know I sometimes have difficulties with attention span as well, so I totally feel you guys right there. But thank you guys so much. Give this a like if you haven't yet. It only takes like a minute. Smash that like button, and maybe also comment down below maybe which one of these ideas you guys are hoping to maybe implement in your life. And you can possibly potentially take one idea, or maybe even all of these ideas, because I think all of these are very crucial. And if you have lots of free time, you can easily try to balance, spend the morning doing this, the afternoon doing this, Monday doing that, Tuesday doing that, because I know for a lot of us, we might potentially be in quarantine, or certainly have everything shut down for certainly at least a week already. I mean, New York City has already been shut down for basically 2 weeks, but who knows how long. This could be another week, this could be 4 weeks in total, this could be a month for all we know, even more than that. So definitely maximize, take advantage of this time, and yeah, just comment down maybe one thing that you're hoping to do, or what you guys have been up to currently right now as you guys are quarantined, and hopefully this helps. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button. I'll link a couple other super awesome videos that you guys can hopefully watch, and then also so you guys can get notified for future videos that hopefully come out. So thank you guys so much. Until next time, stay awesome, stay safe, stay healthy wherever you are. Thank you, and hopefully may the whole world recover soon. Thank you guys so much. Until next time.